So, ladies and gentlemen, get hyped for some more Super Mario World. We're only halfway through today's qualifiers. We have 3 more coming up. This is one of them right now. So, Super Mario World No Star World Tournament qualifiers. Race 4 begins now for today's cycle.
Does indeed, and the races are off. We've got 2 jumps and 2 non-jumps in the first level.
In fact, I saw Stu even ducking. He didn't want to read it, apparently.
Yeah, he's not reading it. He's not exerting any energy. He's saving it for the main event.
And no one goes for the... Actually, no, I take that back. Stu went for the extra one up. The other runners just ran along with the shell underneath.
Always a fun little strat. Get that extra life.
Always helps. You never know what can happen in this sometimes.
Never do. We don't actually see any 361 attempt. Always another fun little strat.
Yep, everyone on 360, so everything fairly even at this point.
Yeah, they should be all within several frames of each other at least. As we see them go into YI3.
And we should have them synced up in a moment here as well, so that will allow us to have a better estimate as to where everyone is here.
Yep, should be just a bit. Thank you, obviously, to everybody working behind the scenes to make this stream possible, and really make our jobs easy as commentators. So shout outs to all of them. So we do now see the runners enter Yoshi's Island 4. Actually, just a bit of a break to get the sync. There we go. Enter Yoshi's Island 4. And I am, of course, required to mention that you definitely should be breaking this shell. If you're not going for shell jump, it does reduce some lag. We do see two shell attempts.
All runners, by the way, did get a 259 on Yoshi's Island 3, but it looks like Durwood must have taken a death somewhere or something because he is a little bit behind.
I think he actually took 2 deaths. He's down to 3 lives. So not quite sure what happened there.
Yes, this is a good argument for having that extra life out of Yoshi's Island 2, because again, you never know what can happen. Something unfortunate can get in the way right away.
Absolutely. Although, if you do have to take a death somewhere, probably a relatively good place to do it. There's not.
Yeah.
You don't have any power-ups. Not a massive time loss, as we can see. He's going to only end up about half a castle behind, even from taking 2 deaths. So, but definitely not the way he was hoping his race would start.
No, you never want to start with death. It's just gets you in a kind of a bad frame of mind. You just don't want to have that atmosphere of, am I really gonna have a bad run right away, and it just can affect with your thinking and mess with you for the entire race.
Yeah. Just that little bit of tilt, or just a little bit of self doubt can cause some problems down the road.
Exactly.
He missed the box jump at the start twice. Thank you, Chaos in the chat. Definitely not a non-trivial jump. It's once you learn it, it's not super difficult, but definitely can still mess up that first jump. It's not as easy as it looks.
Silverstar and Umari, by the way, both got a 241 on that, so they are still in pace with each other. Stu got a 240, slightly behind.
Also, all the runners have picked up a Fire Flower. Use that to kill the bosses without having to stomp on them 3 times. Cuts out some animations. Saves about 8 seconds per boss, so we will see them. Hope to keep that throughout the remainder of the run.
It also makes you pretty hot stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Although they now have put them away in favor of the cape, which will be used in a large number of stages to fly.
Which makes them no longer hot stuff.
No. Now it's cape stuff. I don't know.
Pretty much.
I don't have a joke available. 362 across the board, actually. 3 362s. Very impressive.
Very nice.
Excellent flight speed and an excellent key grab needed for that one. So definitely non-trivial. As we see Durwood now flying over Donut Plains 1. Looks like he has a pretty slow flight speed. I can't quite tell.
And that first part of Donut Plains 1 is a really slowish kind of stage because you don't have anything to swim with. You go a lot slower in water without anything to swim with, like the shell that Silverstar and Stu and the other Umari as well are now carrying the P-Switch as well. Those let you swim a lot faster, whereas without those, you're swimming at a very slow snail pace, and it's just not good for going fast.
No, the opposite of fast. Definitely slow. Why you swim faster than the item, nobody knows, but you do. So let's not question it.
I think it's something to do with Mario being upright compared to being in a position that looks like you're actually swimming with something.
Fair point.
Why Mario wouldn't think to go horizontal and just swim normally, I don't know, but
maybe he, I don't know. He had some weird lessons as a kid.
Yeah, those lessons aren't like they used to be.
Oh, definitely not. As the players never been to Donut Plains 3. I was mentioning earlier, definitely a relatively easy start to the game. The first couple levels, first 8 or so through Morton, not the most challenging, but it is a nice little warm up to the game. Make sure your cape pumps are on, and make sure you're in the zone for the remainder of the run, which definitely has its challenging stages. Valley Fortress, the random elements in Forest of Illusion 2 with the clip, being notable examples.
And we do have the runners all finished on Yoshi's Island 3, except for Durwood, who of course is a little behind with those couple of lives lost. He's working on it right now. And Umari is being nice enough to give us a good look at half a level as he goes through these levels. Just remind us there is still something down there.
That's true, yeah, you might not know that if you just watch the speedruns. You just fly over it every time. It actually doesn't look that pleasant down there. There's a lot of stuff. Not sure I'd want to be down
Just
there.
a little bop off the Goomba there.
Gotta get the swag strats in when you can.
Yeah, that's the swag. There you go. Okay, time for Morton Jump. And Umari gets the first try. How about Stu? How about Silverstar? Both get it first try. Very nice. He's still in pace.
Yeah, Stu and Silverstar are actually basically tied with each other. This fly up the castle is significantly harder than it looks.
Very much.
Definitely a manipulation of the way the P-meter works. But extremely hard to learn certainly as a casual player, and not the easiest thing at all to learn when you are running around.
Umari seemed to have a small pause there, but it's not going to affect him because he still had to wait for the platform above anyway, so still bleeding a little bit there. And now the feather comes out, and Runners are going to collect it.
Stu and Silverstar within, I think, half a second of each other, probably. Slightly
Yeah, pretty
ahead.
much. 357 across the board for the three runners.
Derwin
And first try cape.
Yep. We'll be heading up, hopefully. See how this works out for him.
And it's interesting how these castles are all so poorly constructed. I mean, Mario's able to take him down just with body strength.
That's true. They might need to work on the architecture here in the Mushroom King.
I mean, we don't even get to see the last one, which is Larry's castle, because we never actually go by that castle. But Mario picks it up and just heaves it. I mean, how is that even possible?
He's strong. Oh, and Derwin does take a hit there and will lose the Fire Flower, and that will cost him a decent amount of time on this boss, as we see.
It'll cost him at least one cycle, maybe two, if he doesn't get cycle skip. Oh, actually, no, there's no cycle skip. I'm thinking Ludwig. And he actually does miss the third hit. He is going to have to waste a little bit of time here.
It'd probably cost him 10 to 15 seconds, I would guess.
Yeah, we're looking at about 325, it looks like. So about, I'd say about 12, 22 or so, somewhere in that range, whatever that was.
Silverstar takes a hit as well, loses his cape. He will have to go. He falls.
He's trying to get a replacement. He knows there's one in this area.
Yeah, right there.
There it is.
Handy place for a replacement, actually, as it is relatively easy to get hit there. but he collects it. Not too much time lost, and he will keep that hopefully for the rest of the run.
Yeah, fortunately for him, the cape replacement cape was right there, so it minimized the time loss.
Vanilla Secret 2 now for Mario and Stu. As they did all appear to get through Vanilla Secret 1 without incident. Sometimes can be difficult to get up to where the key is. Sometimes you have to reset and start your fly all over again.
And Durwood didn't get the cape skip, didn't... Is he actually going the full stage? He's going... No, he's doing the cape the other way. And he's not getting that,
no.
So he needs something to get up there, and he might have to...
There we go, that should do it. Yep.
There it is.
You got it. Kind of an unfortunate start for Durwood's run. Hopefully he can pick up.
Yeah, not going well at all. Meanwhile, our top two runners are now going through Dolphin Stew stage.
Yep, definitely do not want to get down with the Dolphins. Might look like fun, but it will not end well for you.
And there's your swag, and more swag from Amari, just getting a single coin out of each arrow.
Absolutely. He's, the swag strat's on point today. Definitely one of the ways you can remain sane while running something.
Silverstar ends up in the water taking a dip.
So we're going to see some advanced swimming here in Middle Fortress. If you hold down while swimming, Mario will not change his altitude basically at all. His depth, I guess I should say, it is underwater.
Well, it goes up slightly. You have to push it a lot in succession to actually gain some height that way, but he does go up just slightly.
And you can use that to adjust much more precisely in the water than you could if you were not holding it.
Exactly. Good way to make sure you don't go up at a very fast rate and accidentally hit some meandering spikes or something.
Yeah, or some random fish that happens to be made out of bone. Something that might you find in castles underwater all the time.
I remember as a casual player just using these two beetles at the end of the stage just to get one-ups for a while.
So we do see the Reznor fight. One of the more frustrating mini-bosses is square hitboxes, even though he's not in appearance square. And the fireballs can just kill you with the randomness of them sometimes, so definitely not a very fun boss to fight. Go ahead.
Oh, no worries. Omari now pulls out a sight lead as we enter our Resident Sleeper stage. So please feel free to get your Resident Sleepers in chat.
This, of course, is Butterbridge 1, the nearly 2-minute auto-scroller. I don't have a whole lot to say. Main objective, don't get bored and die, I guess.
Pretty much. If you take a death anywhere in the stage, you're doing the whole thing again.
Or maybe you're not. Maybe you're just hitting that reset button and calling it a day.
Yeah. In a non-race scenario, that would probably be what a lot of runners would do.
Oh, absolutely. From as much the sadness of it as the time lost. Durwood here entering the second room of...
Looks like Silverstar is making an effort to get the star coins in the stage. I guess he's just going to use those as an extra one-up instead of bouncing off the Koopas.
He's having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
It's working out for him. There's also an extra cape in this stage and those blocks that Mario and Stu are on in case you ever find yourself in need when you visit the Butterbridge.
Oh, and I stand corrected. He's not getting any more of the star coins.
He heard you. He was like, no, I'm just going to spite you, Cyclone.
Pretty much. This is the reason I kind of like Randall. They're 15 minutes ahead. They can't spite me. But anyway, yeah, the sleeper stage is over as Durwood begins the stage. So if you still want more Resident Sleeper, you can just watch him. But the other one is moving on to Butterbridge 2. Yeah, bottom left your screen. Everyone else moving on to Butterbridge 2.
Another flyover stage, but more fast paced at least than the first Butterbrew. They made some improvements on the architecture. And after all of this flying over, we will get to see Ludwig's castle. Pretty exciting stage.
No, Durwood took a hit, lost his cape, and he's kind of in trouble right now. He's small, no power-ups.
Hopefully he can make it through the rest of the stage with his life, at least.
I hope so. At least keep the life. Don't start this over.
We see Yumario now enter Ludwig. First kind of interesting decision of the run. What to do in the second room. Will it be the fighter strat or will it be the cape strat? Yumario likes to keep his cape. Dodges into the photoboos.
Durwood's probably going to look for the power-up here, and there it is.
He will pick that up. Stu, as well, elects to go for the cape, flying under those photoboos. Nice adjustment as well to lower his height. And he will make it through. We'll switch back to the Fire Flower again for that fast kill on the boss. You see Silver Star. We'll switch over to the Fire Flowers. If you want to see that strat, check out the bottom right of your screen. We'll just hop under the photoboos, hopefully, while throwing fireballs everywhere. And you see there's Stu, just a quick kill. Him and Yumario now within about, I'd say 5 to 10 seconds of each other.
They have not split apart at all this entire run. This is probably about the furthest apart they've been this entire run. Yeah, pretty good race on the top pair.
Yeah, very solid times also.
The question will be which of those runners will make the first major mistake and give the other a chance to pull away with the run.
Yeah, they are about 9 seconds apart. I just clocked it, so absolutely within any major mistake. One cycle of the clip, and FLI2 could easily make up that difference. So,
Go ahead.
We will see if either of these runners like to go for wings in FLI1. I see Yumario pick up the Yoshi. You can duplicate a P-balloon block, and if you do it correctly, get Yoshi wings. That will save you a little bit of time.
If done incorrectly, just end up not saving any time.
Yep. We'll see if he goes for it. He will not go for it. The saver strat. No shame in not going for wings. It definitely a very difficult trick. So.
I mean, why get a blue Yoshi when you're just gonna drop it in the wall next stage anyway?
Yeah, you're just gonna throw them away. Durwood now entering Ludwig's castle. No Fire Flower, so next into the mace and chain. As we see Silver Star here going for the wings, we will attempt to dupe that block, and there they are, Yoshi wings. That will save him a little bit of time. I'm not exactly sure how much time it saves.
They're being very cautious with the cape strats. They're just taking his time on the pootaboos instead of jumping under them. And comes to a slow down stop at the end of it. So he does get in the door. He is on his way up to Ludwig right now. Doesn't have a flower, so he's not going to be able to do the quick kill. Going to take a little bit longer on that fight.
If the cycle skip it in breaking news, Yumario got into the wall on his second try and Stu, I believe, on his first try. So that will even up their gap just a little bit more. But no major errors. Second try still very cool. There is a non-zero chance that you will just get kicked out of the wall based on your sub-pixel, which you cannot control. So
yeah, about a 7-second gap now by my count.
Yeah, so he closed it a little bit.
Durwood does get cycle skip, and he does get the actually no, he didn't get cycle skip. He got the second hit and would have cycle skipped the third hit, except there was no extra hit.
As we see a dirty bubble by Yumario, we'll see if Stu can achieve it as well. And he can. If you get flight before the first bubble, it saves, I believe, 6 frames. That's a lot of people like to joke that it saves significantly more than that. Always fun. They are 10 in-game seconds.
Yeah, this could be a good race on top. And Silver Star's not very far behind either. He's on the same stage.
For sure. And Durwood's still on a very respectable No Star World run.
Yes.
He's not super far behind these guys.
Sub 24 Evolutions is still pretty good.
We see Royfly now being attempted by Mario. He will dive, I believe. And back up.
Should dive right here and then go up. There it is.
Move it over to Stu.
And let's see how Stu does on that. Dive.
Oh,
And up. Ooh, that was close. That was very dangerous and close.
As we see Silver Star going for his patented strat. We noticed that last race. That's always fun. Going right through the posts. That looks toasty, but maybe Mario was cold. You know, gotta go for a bit of a warm-up.
And all three runners make it across. We have a 263 versus a 263 on top. So tied Roy Castle flight stages. Buckle up.
And a 264 for Silver Star, making up that one.
Yep. And we have Durwood now hanging out in Forest of Illusion 2 without a Yoshi.
So very unfortunate for him. He will have to take the maze.
Yep, no clip available. This is going to slow him down significantly at this point.
Yep. I remember when I first got to this stage, when I was learning this category, and I realized because I'd never seen anybody do it. Because everybody did the clip, right? And then I was like, wait, how do I get through here?
Trust me, as a casual player, you don't want to do this stage. This is not a fun stage, even as a casual player.
No, yeah, there's just stuff flying everywhere, and you can't kill it all.
You have to wait for the urchins. You can't do anything with them.
As we see pipe fly from Stu, and we'll see it attempted here by Silver Star. He flies in the pipe. That should still achieve it. Yep. And he does. You do fly into a pipe or a door. You can continue that flight once you get out of it. Fun little way the P meter works. Oh, and Durwood takes a hit there, loses his cape. We'll be able to keep the Firefly though, for now at least.
He's gonna try and probably have to shoot Charge and Chuck and all the fish before Chuck wakes him up. So the fish are all up there, and the Chuck's gonna wake him up, and he's gonna be swimming ahead of him to the goal. Insert whistle here.
And he will make it. Tight race, down to the wire, as we see Mario damage boosting up into the door as well. Saves a little bit of time, always a fun looking strat. Stu goes for the damage boost, and he nails it. An early door from Silver Star as well, very impressive.
Nice.
Definitely a spooky looking strat. And the damage boost as well. Misses the door fly, I believe. But apparently still gets it. That's the P meter for you.
Ooh, save 3 seconds on that. Save 3 seconds on that.
I'm gonna retime the difference here. Oh, I have failed already. Just kidding. I would get suddenly very confused 2 seconds into my retime. Just kidding.
Now this Chocolate Island 2 stage is a special stage. You want to get to the second pipe before 250 seconds on the timer. Otherwise, you end up in a different area of the stage, and that takes you to the regular goal. In 100%, you obviously would have to do that, but at some point. But in this mode, you always want to make sure you get to that 250 second area where the key is, because you're going to go Chocolate Secret, the much quicker route.
Sorry, I was just timing that. They are at a 10-second difference.
Yeah, it's very close.
That's the difference can be made up in a number of ways. A mistake, a power-up loss.
Entering the wrong stage, start select, get out of there, and that's 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's true. Or
Pretty
one
close.
Sandbar. One sandbar will get you there.
This race could come down to the sandbar.
Well, for sure. Or basically any number of things. They're close. As we see Silver Star going for the slide and then the fly. I believe Dot/Run was doing a slide-only strat in this room. As we see Durwood now entering Roy Fly. A little bit close, but he does nail it. Loses the P meter.
Yeah, you're going to have to take flight again, but he does. And Umari is first through Chocolate Secret. Looks like Stu lost a little bit of time in here. Silver Star is in the same room as him right now. Stu is first to get to the pipe. And Silver Star is only about maybe 4 or 5 seconds behind him.
Also, probably should just note for everybody who might be new to the tournament or whatever, these are not elimination matches or anything. The runners At the end of the qualifiers, are seeded into a best of 3 elimination bracket based on the average of their 3 best qualifier times. So these guys are just racing for their own best times right now. They're not actually to knock each other out.
Right, there's no gaming, there's no competition. It's just a matter of get yourself seated as high as possible, have a better chance of facing someone with a slower time, and more likely chance to get advanced in the earlier rounds.
But the actual winner of any particular qualifier, is not markedly. That's not what I meant. Anyway, is not specifically relevant to the seeding of the tournament. I mean, it indicates that somebody had a better time, but there's no direct effect of somebody winning a particular.
So our 3 leading runners have all just finished the Wendy fight. Umari is using his broom to wipe the castle clean.
After which it just disappears. So once again, might have to question the construction of.
I can imagine if we had buildings constructed like this, the actual demolition of a building was grab a broom, sweep, 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 sweep. There, building all gone.
Yeah, the 5-second building instruction. I think that would definitely.
It'd be a much cleaner method, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, where does all that stuff go? It's really puzzling. Anyway, we see Mario switching over to a second cape here. We'll see all the runners do that. Gives a bit of security and can also be used later in this room to essentially take damage, then re-grab your cape to exit it faster in some variations of this room, but you do not need the Fire Flower anymore. There are no more bosses to kill, so.
Let's say hello to all the wonderful boos in this room.
Yes, popping out, not of the woodwork, I guess out of the waterwork.
So
kind of unclear what he's swimming in.
He's trying to skip the. Oh, he got a nice pattern. He's skipping both boo rings there. No having to wait at all. Just go straight in the pipe.
As they now fall for a bit of lag cleanup. That's why you'll see them kill. Stuff is to reduce lag later on in the stage.
So I should note this is probably the favorite part of the race for everyone in chat, as we're going to be heard uttering 3-letter words in just a moment. A particular one. Okay, chat. 3, 2, 1. Orb. Orb. Orb.
Everybody's favorite part of the run. I don't have my bass voice on today. I'm not sick. I need to be sick one of these days so I can get a better orb in. Yeah, the benefits of being sick, everybody. You can join in the orb festivities more effectively.
Or if you just have an unnaturally deep voice, you can do it a lot better that way too.
Yep. So all those basses out there, you have one purpose. No offense.
Only one?
No offense to all the other basses out there. I am, of course, a tenor. Anyway, sorry, I sing a lot.
It's okay, we can't all be basses.
Singing jokes. Anyway, moving on.
Silverstar's taking the lead over Stu now a little bit.
Do just want to mention this trick. Also, as you saw there, Stu brought the block into the gold tape, and then it transformed into another cape, so he was able to get a second cape back. If you do bring items into gold tapes, they do tend to transform into power-ups, which is a nice little trick you can use if you are, especially there in VOB 1. You can grab one of those blocks and bring it into the gold tape. If you do find yourself needing a second cape, just wanted to point that out as we saw him do it. We've seen no sandbar attempts so far. We'll see if Stu goes.
This isn't a race scenario, so I wouldn't be surprised if the runners didn't, but
none of them did. Whatever. Not required.
Oh, well. Inumari will be the first to get into the pipe in the middle of the crushy wall.
Yeah, that looks painful, but we're not gonna. I think also the lack of sandbar. We are getting late. Just a reasonable time, and you don't want to risk taking that death and possibly increasing your time or making a run not really help your top 3 average. Might make more sense to just kind of play it safe and not do the sandbar, not risk the death.
So Umari is on the last real stage of the game now, in terms of at least the last real one that he's going to be doing, because we don't really consider Bowser. Oh, he almost lost that.
That was very fancy. We're going to claim that was deliberate. He was just, and it worked. He got us excited.
He's been swagging the entire time. We're just going to call that swag.
Oh, for sure. But yes, as you were kind of saying, the last real stage, the interesting in this game, the final boss, Bowser himself, is not actually that threatening, unlike in some games.
You mean that car that he rides around is not very threatening?
Yeah, that is what I'm saying.
I mean, it would be more threatening if it spat fireballs or something. That might be.
Yeah, his brilliant defense plan is, okay, I'm gonna throw stuff out of my car. That was the battle plan.
He thought this through very carefully. You can tell.
So you feel like if he wore a helmet, it would work out better for him?
Yeah, I think a helmet would have worked out really nice for him. Then you have to hit him from the side. Good luck. Durwood is fighting Wendy right now, as the other runners are all importing themselves into the Bowser fight.
Durwood unfortunately takes a death. Just been a tough run for him. Never quite got off the ground. Really unfortunate to see. Hopefully he can get through the second room, cape free. This is the cape fight against Bowser. If you don't know it, there's many tutorials online that can help you learn it. It's very well known by the community now.
Inumar is just gonna have some fun with the Mecha Koopa, just keep it down, and ask to be more cautious because there's fire on the screen.
You do have to be a little bit careful of the fireballs if you're really not paying attention or zoned out or whatever. Can't get hit by them.
And Mario says no to the mushroom. Of course, they all have a cape. They're not going to want the mushroom. And he's just going to wait for the first bowling ball to come down so he can go for a bowling ball skip here.
Ball skip. You do want to wait for Bowser to, I believe, stop and then hit him. I don't know exactly how it works.
I think you can hit him just around the time he's about to stop, except this, and it worked because you see he got the second hit there. You hit him as he was about to stop. I think as long as you're within as long as you're within the frames, I think it counts as well.
Yeah, that basically makes Bowser forget that he didn't already throw that second.
Yeah, Bowser has a little bit of amnesia once in a while.
Absolutely. You can also use the cloud in categories such as 11 exit to make him really forget what he did. But that's not super relevant. Mario with an excellent run, 33-12 on his timer. It's 33-15 on SRL. Really superb run. That's
that's
23 seconds in record. Yes, that's a very good qualifier without sandbar also. So that could have been close to a 32 with the sandbar in it.
I want to note, as we had Silver Star finish here, we actually have a tie for second place. We have a Silver Star and then Dots Are Cool, both finishing with a 33-31 at the exact same time.
Yep. Really nice runs from them. Quite
and
excellent.
Stu clocks in at 33-47.
Still a super strong time. Within a minute of the record. I imagine these runners will be pretty happy with their runs. We do still have a couple of other runners still finishing up. Durbin down to his last life, but he has managed to clear the castle with his broom. Broom's still working. Castle's still equally lame. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Silver Star just made a comment in the Sorrel that he thinks that's enough for him. He thinks his times are all in the same range he wants them to be in now. So looks like this might be his last qualifier. So good GG to you, Silverstar. It was nice seeing the races the other day as well that you took part in, and great runs.
Indeed. Well done. Sir, do we have the document of the racers by their qualifier times
actually
available?
don't know where that is.
If anybody has that, post that in the chat if it's like updated / available. I'm looking around for it.
We have a schedule, we have a Discord, we have the sign up page and the price. Nope, not in that link, so I'm not sure where that is.
Okay.
And Durwood has to deal with the leg of a Yoshi running around in Yoshi's ghost ship now. And has to deal with the leg of Yoshi running in the ghost ship again. And he's after that Yoshi. He wants that Yoshi. Give me that Yoshi. He wants the Yoshi. This is mushroom.
I hate to interrupt you. I have found the link. I will post that in the chat. It is updated as of today. I believe it was updated. It was posted at 2:30 Central Time today. So certainly before today. I don't know if it's current as of last race. Thank you for that contribution. So if you do want to check out where the people are standing after our races so far, feel free to check out that link. And thank you to everybody who has managed to put that together for us. It's super, super cool.
I'm going to keep that on standby now since I'm here for the next couple myself. So just looking at that right now, I do see Louis is currently... Actually, I don't know if this is ordered by the average time. I'm trying to find out how this is ordered. So I'll figure that out during the break, and we'll get that sorted out for you here.
Yep, and we can see we have, I think, 47 people, maybe 47 entrants, at least on this document. Maybe 46 because the top row is...
Yeah, it's 46 entrants.
46 entrants. Definitely a lot of people. Thanks everybody for signing up, participating. Even if you're new to the game, it's still a lot of fun to have you all around and just get more interest and have a good time going fast together.
And looking at this, I think it's sorted by the number of seconds. So I'm looking at, for example, Louis is the person on top of the leaderboard right now. His average is 1997, 1997.66. So I believe that means his average is 1,800 seconds is 30 minutes. 1980 would be 33 minutes. So that's
33:28. I just did the math. That's his average. Really,
I was gonna say 33.7. I was gonna say 33.18 actually.
33:28 and a third. Don't forget that third.
1997 is 33.18. Just check the math, not myself. So don't do math on Twitch, ladies and gentlemen. You can. But Silverstar, as of coming into this race, Silverstar was added 2014, which is 33 minutes and 34 seconds. So that was his average coming into that race, and he had a better time this time. So that should lower his average a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the stronger contenders out there for that knockout stage. What am I? Oh, that's not it. As I just posted in the chat, exclamation point bet. You can bet on all the matches at the link. If you are outside the US, you can sign up and get a free €20 bet. And if we get 100 signups, an additional $200 will get added to the $750 prize pool for our runners. So very exciting. Feel free to check that out if you can. Should be an extremely exciting knockout stage. Also, should note, knockout stage, all of the matches will be a best of 3. So keep that in mind. Be about 2 hours then per match. If it does go the full distance, which we hope most of them do, that will cut down on some variance.
Oh yes, we want them all to go the full distance.
Oh, for sure.
Especially when we get to the final rounds.
Certainly. Best of 3, go the full distance, get all the runs in. Maximum height, really important.
Maximum height, maximum distance. Oh, I love it.
Exactly. Must be the maximum speed. Although you could argue that since we do want to go fast, that you would want all of them to go to only 2 matches. It's like reverse speed running. You could call it slow running. That's what I do when I play this game.
I always love me a good slow run. I'm a professional slow runner. Just look at everything.
Derby here, I believe he gamed over, possibly deliberately to get more lives. I think he was down to 1 at some point.
Yeah, he might have. I'm not sure. But he is 2 stages away from the finish himself. So let's cheer him on as he comes to his finish, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely, everybody out there, support the runners as you can.
I want to note that we did have a 5th place finish that was passed by as well. Classic James finished with a 36:30 in 5th place.
GG, Mr. Classic James. Oh, exclamation point C. Okay, I saw somebody do that earlier. It's a comment. Oh, there's us. As we are finishing up this race, we'll just note one more time that there will be 2 more qualifier races, followed by an additional 6 tomorrow that will begin at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 3 p.m. Pacific. That will be your last day. If you do want to enter the tournament, you do have to race in 3 of the qualifier races, and then you will be seeded into the bracket based on the average of your top 3. So you can do more than 3, but a minimum is 3. You can sign up at the link provided by that exclamation point SMW, as well as the official, where you can ask questions, learn strats, talk to people about pretty much anything you need.
And I've also put the links for the runners in the chat as well, if you want to follow any of these fantastic runners as well, and see what they do on a regular basis outside of the racing here, which may just be more racing. There's your links in chat.
Yep. Did not know that command existed, actually, so thank you. And make sure you do go check these guys out. An incredible amount of time into this game and all the stuff they do. So, yeah. Durwood finishing up the fort here.
We're just going to let him go ahead and finish here, and the next race is being set up. We're going to give him a chance to get in that race as well. And there will be a little bit of a setup delay while we change the runners over for the next race as well.
So you guys go through the dark room. The dark room, as Small Mario, can be a little bit not too bad. Is in the Bowser fight. Apologies, everybody, for the typing. Whoops, forgot to hit the mute button. Do apologize for that one. It's the last thing I'll be remembered for. It's my failure to mute myself. As we do see Durwood doing the no cape fight. Not significantly harder than the cape fight. Just a little bit different if you're not used to it. Can maybe pose a problem.
He doesn't go for the ball skip. He just goes ahead and gets rid of that Mech Koopa right away so he doesn't misplay it or something. And takes a hit from the bowling ball, and he's going to have to deal with the second bowling ball. Not giving himself a lot of room there, but he does get through the second one. Mech Koopas will be thrown momentarily.
I think for the casual player, the Bowser fight can definitely be a little bit spooky, just because it's like he's moving around and he throws the Koopas and
the second phase can be really tough at first for the casual runner because they have to think of, okay, I'm going to have this guy constantly flying over my head. I can't get anything above him because he's always over my head. But you have to try and run out when he's not in the way, and that's the strategy behind that for the casual runner. Of course, as a speed runner, you already have these strats down, so you know how to handle it. And Durwood is going to get his finish in right here, right about now. Poof, poof, poof. Whoa.
That is time. GG, Durwood. Nice job sticking with it. But commiserations on.
And that is a
Kind of an
sixth
unfortunate
place.
run.
That is a sixth place finish of 44 minutes and 43 seconds. And there is still one more runner in this race right now, I believe, who I'm not sure if he is actually still running or what is going on there. But I see one more runner still entered. Everyone else seems to have left, and with the exception of one runner who is still in the room as well. So most of the runners are set up in the next room here.
Yep.
I do see at this point we do have, including Fiesel, we have 10 people in there, so 9 racers at this point. And it looks like some of them are starting to ready up here. So we're probably going to move on to that race momentarily. I see Calco just joining the room. He might be taking part in this race. Calco, if you recall from the other day, does like to play this capeless. He will go and use no cape strat for the entire run and see how well he does just with no cape. It really is something to watch.
Yeah, Calco, an incredible no cape runner. That being said, we will have a bit of a commentary change. I would stay, but I have some prior commitments I need to attend to. Thanks for casting. Really enjoyed it.
And thank you for joining me as well.
And good luck with the next two of them. I think you have Ben joining you after this one.
Yeah, I know Ben's joining for one of them. I'm not sure if he's joining for both of them, but I know he's joining for at least one of them.
According to the schedule, he will be. I don't know. He said he was doing just the last one, but.
Oh, that okay. Probably do chat at the end with everyone too.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyway,
but
good luck to all the runners, and I will talk to you all soon.
Yep, and thank you, and stay tuned, everyone. We're gonna have probably a runner change over here, and we're going to see if anyone new joins the party here, and stay tuned for more of the Super Mario World No Star World Tournament qualifiers.